Hi everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you're all doing really well, and a special warm welcome if you're new here. In this video I'm sharing 9 of the top fashion trends that are trending for the end of 2023 and into 2024. I'm also going to be talking about what is not trending anymore, as well as my own personal favourite trends and those that I think are the most wearable for us in the real world. So this video is a bit of fun, of course, and I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you take away what you feel is right for you. As I always say, wear what you love. You know, it's lovely to see all of these fabulous trends on the catwalk. I find it entertaining and I find it informative, and it's really good to keep abreast of what's going on in a sort of a general sense. But how realistic and practical are these trends for our own everyday lives? Often we see these fashions being paraded around on the catwalks by girls who look nothing like us. Of course they're stunning and of course they're thin, but these same clothes will not look necessarily the same on us and may not be practical for our own lifestyle. So I'm going to be covering trends in a way that is more relevant for us. I'm showing trends, but I'm focusing on those that I think may work better for us and how we can adapt them to our real world. For me, my favourite trends are those that still feel classic and wearable, and also recommending high street versions that you might like to consider. High street versions of, you know, what was seen on the catwalks. So really this video will give you the chance to see if you'd like to consider incorporating any elements of these trends into your own wardrobe, which will go with the pieces that you may already own. You may in fact already have some of these trends lurking in the back of your wardrobe because, as you know, fashion does tend to be cyclical. It tends to come around again after some years. Now, the overarching fashion mood for the end of 2023 and into next year is about comfortable elegance and understated polish, which fits really nicely into the recent quiet luxury aesthetic that's been so popular. I did a video actually about quiet luxury, which I will link under the video for you to look at later. It also aligns with a sustainability for clothes and a focus on looking classy and classic, which I do personally love. So let's dive straight into what's in, what's out, and what I like with the ins. So the first trend that's in that I'd like to talk about is structured tailoring. Now, by structured tailoring, I'm not talking suits as such. It's more the shape and cut of the pieces, and also beautifully tailored pieces such as floor-length coats, all with very strong shoulders. But the interesting thing from our perspective, I think, is that tailored wide leg trousers and blazers both feature large in this trend. And these are things which you might like to consider if you don't already have them, because I think they're really flattering for us. Now, by the way, I will link below some quality examples of the items that I've got here for you to look at. Personally, I love a blazer and I think they're so flattering for our more, let's say, mature figures. So if we adapt this trend to be about blazers, this trend is definitely one that I love. I love not only how they provide structure and definition to our shapes, but also how versatile they are. The main shapes are set to be oversized, but of course if that doesn't suit your frame, just select one that is not too form-fitted, a little bit more relaxed to suit your personal size and height. It doesn't have to swamp you, and I know this can be a real issue for us ladies who are not tall. And there are so many ways to wear a great blazer, and don't forget that blazer jacket can also loosely mean things like a bomber jacket, a leather jacket, denim jackets, all of which you can wear right now, popped onto your summer dress, for example, as a transitional on-trend look. Blazers are fabulous with jeans of most shapes, especially with an added belt. They're also great with a pencil skirt if that's your vibe. They're the ultimate way to break up an all-black look as well. So all you need to do is just add a blazer in a pop of colour on top of a shirt or a top and trousers in black, and not only do you have a really chic outfit, you're also wearing a really slimming look with a black column down the middle of your figure. You can even wear a relaxed blazer over a sporty outfit of jogging pants. And blazers look wonderful over a maxi dress or a maxi skirt. They just give that polished edge, perhaps for an evening outfit. And Mango particularly has some great ones that I will link below, as does Abercrombie & Fitch with its classic blazer. It's called the Women's Classic Suiting Blazer. It's kind of relaxed, but it's not oversized. And another little point to bear in mind is a good blazer is a really great investment piece, especially if you select a really classic cut, so that it's never really in or out of style. So on to my second trend, which is double denim. I think this can add a really youthful vibe to our looks if styled correctly. On the catwalks, double denim was worn as a total look, as a monochrome effect, which actually can be very elongating and flattering, particularly if you have height or width issues. So for me, this is another like, because we can adapt this to what we already have and what we wear, of course. A pair of jeans, which by the way are this year's ultimate style statement, with a denim shirt in a similar wash would replicate this trend and still look perfect and be really comfy for the supermarket. Just make sure that the jeans you choose are not acid or bleach washes or light washes, as these do scream last decade. It just seems that the lighter washes are out of style in favour of darker washes such as the navy, black, mix and indigo. To be honest, whilst in the summer months I do find lighter jeans washes refreshing, as the autumn comes I'm really loving getting into darker wash jeans. Just seems a little bit more comforting somehow. And of course they're super flattering for our figures and leg enhancing, so definitely a trend that we can jump right into. Now I have to say that you can never really go wrong, obviously, with a pair of contemporary jeans, a button-down shirt and a blazer. And this year so many designers have featured just these items, Miu Miu, Gucci and many others, which shows that high fashion isn't always a million miles from what we would wear on our trip to the supermarket. Marks & Spencer's, on a different level, is nailing it currently with some wonderfully wearable and well-priced jeans in that really flattering bootcut shape in darker colours. The Eva bootcut jeans are just gorgeous. And of course Nordstrom has an amazing selection as well, which I will link below for you should you be in the market for some jeans. The next trend is number 3, which is soft, cosy fabrics. Sounds lovely, doesn't it? These came in many guises and are perfect as we go into the chillier months. Apologies to my Australian and New Zealand friends who I guess are hotting up right now. But another thing that I really like about the new trends at the moment is that designers have rooted their new collections in more practical, elevated essentials, which will actually last much longer and go on for year after year. And soft, cozy fabrics is definitely one of those. And these included things like cozy teddy jackets, buttery soft cashmere, open lacework and really luxe sweaters, which are so useful in everyday life. These gorgeous cuddly fabrics are wonderful and something that we can easily adapt to suit ourselves very easily. And don't forget fabrics like velvet as well, which are really wearable. But just to ensure that when you wear things like a cuddly jacket or an oversized luxe sweater, that when you style it, you balance the rest of your outfit with something a little bit more fitted to avoid looking overwhelmed in your clothes. Particularly for me, I find this a lot, being 5'4". I have to make sure that I'm not worn by the clothes themselves. So this is definitely another like for me, as long as it's styled right, as I've just been talking about. Okay, number 4 is to do with colour, rich red colour. The runways were dominated by one colour for this winter and into 2024, rich red. This ranged from tomato to fire engine red to even more vibrant, rich and intense tones right the way through to burgundy. So essentially a tone which would suit most people in there somewhere. And red was seen on all types of pieces, from trousers to suits to dresses to blouses. But I do think that red is a strange animal, actually. I don't know if you agree. Often it starts out as a colour that you either love or hate. I know that this was the case with me, and then if you're afraid of it, when you try it, it can be surprisingly amazing on so many of us. So for me, this is a kind of a sort of a like. If you're in love with red, you'll probably already have some red pieces in your wardrobe. And if not, why not give it a go? Try it in small, subtle ways, such as a belt, a pair of gloves, a scarf perhaps, that includes your base colour and a bit of red in it. If you're a cool colour person, you might gravitate more to a burgundy shade, which would go better with your colouring. And if you're a warmer base colour, pillar box red would be absolutely fabulous on you. So on to style trend number 5, which is florals. Now florals can be really beautiful. And then again, they can be problematic depending on how you style them and your height and body shape. Now the current trends are a bit grungy with a lot of dark undertones like navy and black and dark purple, which is almost heading to more of a gothic vibe. Now if this is your vibe too, then that's great. If not, and you still love florals, one way to adapt a touch of this trend into your wardrobe would be to style your floral dresses, shirts and skirts that you may already have in a slightly tougher way. So with black accessories like black boots and black belt and black gloves. So for me personally, this isn't a like, but I'm just speaking for me. And of course, this trend may really resonate with you. And as I always say, wear what you love and what makes you personally happy. So on to the next trend, which is hourglass silhouettes. So straight up, I'm going to state that I really like this trend, and especially so because I actually don't have an hourglass figure. I know some of you ladies do, and I'm seriously bowing down to you. The catwalks have taken inspiration now from the old days of Hollywood glam, fabulous, with icons such as Sophia Loren, ultra feminine with a nipped in waist to absolutely die for. But what I love about this trend though is that, as you may have seen in some of my other videos that I've explained, that for a really balanced silhouette we all need to aim broadly, I say broadly, for an hourglass shape. Perhaps not as extreme as Sophia Loren, but kind of that way really. So for example, if you were more pear-shaped, the aim would be to add volume to your upper body to balance the lower body, whilst creating the effect of a waist at the same time. And if you're an inverted triangle, of course, this system is reversed, with the volume being added to your lower body. For those of us who are not beautifully curvaceous, we can cheat our way to an hourglass figure with careful styling. So if you want to achieve this look for something kind of similar, go for broader shoulders in your clothes with a cinched in belt, perhaps even over a blazer, going back to that other trend again and incorporating two in one. Or if you prefer, opt for an A-line dress, which automatically gives you this hourglass silhouette, pretty much whatever figure you have underneath. So my next trend that I'd like to share with you is number 7, metallics. Now, metallics aren't just for Christmas. Metallic trousers in particular have been around all year so far, and they are still set to continue well into next year. And while at first glance they might seem a bit, well, young, they're actually for all age groups, depending on how you style them, of course. Now, here's some gorgeous examples if metallics floats your boat from Mango, and also these lovely wide leg ones from Anthropology. I think that metallic trousers can look so chic with a crisp white shirt and a well-cut blazer, and what a fabulous outfit idea for a meal out with friends or for a date night. Now if you're a little bit shy of going all metallic, why not try this trend in smaller doses? So for example, a pair of metallic pumps or ballet flats, and Boden have some to die for golden ballet flats, which are definitely on my own wish list, and they also do them in silver, which are equally beautiful. So if you want to dip into this trend, look out for gold and silver, low shine metallic, which might be a good starting point, such as the ballet flats I've just mentioned. Or if you want to go all out, head for sequins. You can always wear them at Christmas. So on balance, I think this is a tentative like for me. Okay, so on to my trend number 8, which is tartan or plaid. Now I've included this one because my husband is Scottish, and at any big event we go to, he always threatens to bring out his clan tartan kilt. I remember when I was a little girl, maybe 4 or 5, my mother used to love all things Scottish as well, and she would dress me in this red and yellow woolen kilt, which really itched, and a bright yellow jumper, which was also wool, so therefore it also itched. I started out liking it, but I went off it quite quickly. So I think tartan is an acquired taste and isn't really a like for me personally, but if you love tartan, it's very on trend, so why not go for it and totally rock it. So for my 9th trend, it is a micro bra. Now my final trend is just for fun, and yes, micro bras to wear as proper outdoor clothes are a real trend. Can you believe? So let's move on quickly from this one. Not one of my personal likes, I'm afraid. So what's out now? Let's move on to outs. And here are my top 3 of quite a large selection. Number 1 is loungewear. Now I think the fashion world is a little bit over loungewear, at least as a going out outfit. We're still seeing it mixed with higher end items such as pyjama style trousers and perhaps a cashmere sweater. But I do think there'll always be a little place in our hearts for loungewear, at least I know there is for mine. And you know, deep inside your home, snuggled in front of a fire with an open box of chocolates by your side, watching Netflix, or is that just me? Who cares about fashion trends? Just wear the most comfortable thing you have, the one you want to wear. So the second out is high-waisted jeans and trousers. Now it seems that high-waisted jeans and trousers are out for this season, especially when they're designed as things like paper bag pants or palazzo pants. Now personally I was never tall enough for them anyway. To be honest, I sort of get this. Pros, or good things about high-waisted jeans or trousers, is that they pull in at the stomach, they elongate the look of the length of the legs. However, they also have a con or two. Some of you ladies have said in our community that you can't quite get on with high-waisted pant shapes because they can sometimes bunch over as you bend, emphasizing the stomach. And also if you're apple-shaped, they can highlight your tummy region rather more than you would like. So the final out is number 3, Crocs. And I know some of you may not like me saying this, but thank goodness. I'm sorry, but nothing for me can make a croc look gorgeous. And I'm going to hear all of your views. I know that. I'm loving to get your views. And I'm sure some of you will disagree. So I'm really looking forward to hearing what you've got to say. I think Crocs came in during the pandemic, but now their allure is beginning to fade. Ladies, if you want comfy shoes, my recommendation is to wear sneakers. They just look great. They're the ultimate in comfort and they stand the test of time as investment pieces. So much more flattering. Now ultimately, of course, trends are just that. They're trends. They come and go and come back again and sometimes never come back. You can ignore them completely if you wish and if they're not your style. But I hope that what I've done here is given you some practical tips on not only what's in and what's out, but how we can adapt it to real life. So please do share your comments below. This is going to be another one of those videos where there's going to be lots of brilliant opinions and I just love it. All the links to the items that I've mentioned and some of the pictures that I've shown you as well are listed in the video description below. And if you've enjoyed this video, please do give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already subscribed, I'd love to have you join our fantastic community. I share styling tips and inspiration on what works and what doesn't work every week with short videos and with longer ones like this one. And we have a wonderful community, so please do join it. And we all love reading the comments as well. So I hope you have an amazing day, an amazing week, and I look forward to seeing you in just a few days for more videos, so watch out for them. Lots of love. Take care. Bye.